Hey guys, so today I wanted to make an updated Japanese military collection video for you. I got looking back through all my videos and it's been 7.5 years since I made a Japanese collection video. And so it's definitely time to do that. Today's the day. I got a table full of stuff here. Honestly, I haven't added just a whole lot, believe it or not, in over 7 years, but I'm always looking for more items to add to the collection. But I did want to put this video together for you and kind of do an update and show you where I'm at with my Japanese items. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring you in and let's get started. All right, so here is my Japanese military collection. And like I said, even though I don't have just a ton of stuff, you see I do have a table full of things. And I'm thankful, to have these items in my overall military collection. Like I said, I'm always looking for new items to add. You guys know I go to military shows, gun shows, estate sales, flea markets, antique stores, check on Facebook Marketplace. I'm always looking. You never know what you'll find. A lot of times you just got to be at the right place at the right time. So I'll go ahead and get started. I don't know if you can quite tell, but there's actually 3 flags underneath these items. I've got 2 of the meatball flags, which the one underneath the rifles right here is actually, there's no writing on it or anything at all. I got it for $40 at an antique store several years ago. The next one here, see, it does have some writing. See, it's like Japan, Tokyo. There's actually a little bit of other stuff. Yokohama there. Um, let's see. Isugi. If I'm not pronouncing that right, I apologize. But pretty cool flag there. Honestly, can't remember what I paid for it. I want to say 30 or 40 bucks. And then you see I do have a rising sun flag, but unfortunately it doesn't have any markings on it. So overall, it's cool having those 3 flags. I'd like to add more that maybe have a lot more characteristics to them and everything going on for them. But it's still cool to have them in the collection. So I do have 2 Japanese rifles. I've had these for several years. This first one here is a Type 99 long rifle. And this one I got several years ago at a gun show for $225. As you see, it does not have the mum or the chrysanthemum. It has been defaced or filed down or smoothed away. That was a way of, it was, the chrysanthemum represented being the property of the emperor, and it was a disgrace for, items with that to be handed over to, I guess, the enemy or the allies. And so a lot of times you will see they'll have an X through them, they'll be scratched through, they'll be defaced, smoothed out as a way so the emperor doesn't get dishonor. But again, I got that for $225. I've shot it a few times. As you guys know that collect Japanese rifles and everything, the ammo is outrageous, which I've got some over here I'll show you. But very expensive rifles to shoot. Don't shoot them very often, honestly. Hopefully I can get out there soon and do some more shooting, though. I love this rifle right here. This one is a Type 38 Japanese Arisaka carbine. And I got this one also at a military show several years ago for $270. This one does have the chrysanthemum. And so, that's an awesome thing. That can add value to it for sure. It's an overall really good condition. It's a fun little rifle to shoot. And a lot of guys would say, collectors would say that if it has the chrysanthemum, then there's a good chance that it was picked up, overseas during the war, battlefield pickup or traded for and sent back. Because it was said that, a lot of those wouldn't have had to go through the process of being defaced or whatever at the end of the war. So it's iffy. I wish I knew the history of this rifle. It would be awesome to know that it was brought back by a veteran. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but it's awesome. It does have the chrysanthemum. And most of you guys know, but if you don't, the Type 99 here shoots 7.7 ammo, and then the Type 38 carbine shoots 6.5, so they do not shoot the same caliber. I'll go ahead and move over here to the ammo. See, I've got a little stockpile here, I guess you could say. Most of it's the 6.5. I got this precision cartridge ink ammo several years ago, and at the time it was $1 a round. Now I think it's like $2 or $3 a round or something. Wish I had bought more at the time, but hadn't had any problems with that ammunition. Then I've got some older 6.5 Japanese Norma made ammo right here. No real issues with that. I've also got this individually bagged Japanese ammo here. There's 10 rounds in each one of these little bags. That's another 40 rounds. And so I'm thankful to have this little stockpile, I guess you could say, of Japanese ammo. I'm always looking for more, but it's very expensive. It really is nowadays. I got just a little bit here, you see, of the 7.7 Japanese ammo, which again, that would be for the Type 99 rifle. I do have, it's not quite 60 rounds. I think it's about 50 total. But again, always looking for more. You never know what you'll find. Right here, this is pretty cool. This is basically a tray of ammo for the Type 92 Japanese machine gun. And it's really cool because it's in really great condition. You know, no real major corrosion or anything at all. It's very cool to have something like this in the collection. I actually got it at the Show of Shows about 4 or 5 years ago for $15. They had some more of it. I should have bought more, but I only bought the one at the time. But pretty cool to have that. Moving on here, I've got one Japanese canteen, which it is incomplete. It doesn't have the cork or the carrier or anything. It does have a little bit of Japanese writing here. I'm not sure what it would have said, honestly, but unfortunately, it's not really marked that well. It does have a little bit of marking here on the bottom. Not 100% sure exactly what that represents. I'm hoping one day I'll find a better, more complete example for a good price. I got this one at an antique store for $25, which I think is a good deal, even though it's incomplete. Right here, I've got my only Japanese helmet. It's a Type 90 Japanese helmet, and you see it used to have the star on the front. For some reason, somebody took it off. I don't know, as a souvenir or what, but one day I'd like to get an original star put on there, but I'm sure they're pretty expensive. But overall, you know, it's got the been there, done that look to it. It is missing most of the insides. It does have the basically the chin strap here, which is pretty cool. A lot of times it's dry rotted or missing. It does have Japanese writing in here, which over the years this helmet's been in probably 3 or 4 other videos, and people have translated it for me. Off the top of my head, I can't really tell you what it says again. Some of you can probably comment again and tell me exactly what it says here. It's always cool to have more information about the items that we buy for our collections and collect and preserve. I got this Japanese helmet at an antique store probably 7 or 8 years ago for $80, which I don't think that's too bad. Again, I wish it had the star, but maybe one day I'll get a better example. Right here, kind of a random item. I've got this Japanese phrase book, and it's from February of 1944, or maybe that was the latest edition about this time. And it basically just talks how to say certain words and everything in English, and then the Japanese pronunciation, the Japanese writing and stuff. Got this from a fellow collector for free, so I appreciate that a lot. I'll get to this right here last. I haven't shown that in any videos, but right here I've got 6 Type 30 Japanese Arisaka bayonets. And believe it or not, 5 of the 6 I paid $35 for. It's weird how that worked out, but I think $35 is just my number on an Arisaka bayonet. But some of them are in better condition than others. You see this one's real shiny and everything. It doesn't have any bluing. It could have been cleaned, but overall it's a really, really nice example. And then you see, like, I'm sorry, this one was made at the Kokura Arsenal. This one right here would have been a trainer, so it doesn't have any, you know, Arsenal marking or anything. It's kind of more crudely made than the one above it, but again, $35 on those. Right here, I got another one, Kokura Arsenal, $35. A little rougher blade. It's got some pitting and stuff on there, but still not bad for the price. Moving on here, I've got another one. This one is Kokura also. And it's kind of rough, you know, it's missing a few things here and there. It's got some chips in the wood. The blade is darkened and it's got a little bit of surface rust. It has been sharpened a little bit as well. Moving on here, I've got another one. This one is another Kokura Arsenal, so that makes 4. This one has been sharpened as well. It's got the darker looking blade on there, a little bit of pitting, but it's not just terrible. So overall, still a good deal for the price. Now this one right here is the only one I didn't pay $35 for. And this one is actually a trainer also. I believe it's a trainer. Honestly, I was told it could be late war and just wasn't Arsenal marked. I'm not 100% sure. I always thought it was a trainer. But you see there's no markings on the blade. It's more kind of crudely made, which a lot of you guys know that towards the end of the war, you know, the Japanese, you know, military was trying to hurry up and rush production on things to keep giving their soldiers, you know, equipment and things to use to fight with. And so stuff was rushed out a lot sooner. But one thing I can tell you, though, is you see the fuller here, see it doesn't come far down compared to, the ones that actually did go through an arsenal for sure. You can see the difference there. See, it stops short. A lot of, like I said, the trainers were crudely made. This one does have the rubberized frog. Honestly, it's basically hardened and it's getting kind of brittle and everything, the leather, but it is the rubberized frog, which a lot of times is missing. I got this bayonet with the scabbard and frog for 50 bucks at an antique store. I think I did good with that. But overall, really nice examples for the most part on the Arisaka bayonets. They're fun to collect. I'm always looking for more. Now, the last item I wanted to share here with you is something that I wanted to kind of warn you guys. It is kind of graphic, so if anybody, I don't want to upset anybody, but a lot of stuff that we collect that is historical, can be, I guess, bothersome to certain people that see it. But again, you can't erase history. You just study it, you learn from it, and you hope that it doesn't repeat itself. And so what I was going to show you here in this photo album, I got this at a flea market over a year ago, and I paid $60 for these photos, and it's got some photos from the Pacific War. It's some copies and everything that might have been made a lot of. I'm not saying it's single examples or anything, but it does have some graphic images, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of it. But it does have some, enemy soldiers of the Allies, that are deceased. Just different ones. Not all of them are photos of dead soldiers or anything, dead enemy soldiers, but a lot of them are. And war is really sad. It's sad that war has to take place. I wish it never had to take place. But there are other photos of just like the U.S. Marines in action and everything, maybe doing patrols, beach landing, just dug out in trenches or foxholes. These are just random ship photos here. You see it's kind of like a graveyard here of Japanese Zero planes. Then you got a tank right there, and there's a body beside it. More Marines in action and everything. Not sure exactly where this would be. I'm not sure if it'd be like Okinawa or Iwo Jima or just different areas. If you can see, I love these old photos. I don't necessarily love to see dead people. I'm not saying that at all, but it just brings the reality of the war makes it more realistic, and you get a better understanding, especially those of us that have never been in battle or war or anything and seen some of the things that the soldiers have and everything. But I say, if we could prevent all wars from happening, and have peace on earth, I'd be all for it. But there are some other photos towards the back, but it does show nude women, and I don't want to show that. But again, don't want to upset anybody. But anyways, I hope you like this video. Again, y'all keep me in your prayers. My family, we're doing great, but prayer is always a good thing. Thank you for all your support and encouragement. It really builds me up and motivates me to keep doing this, because sometimes I get discouraged. But, I got to keep moving forward with life. But anyways, I hope all of you are doing well. God bless all of you, and I'll be getting back to you soon. So thank you.